In this video, we'll continue our applied optimization examples, and we're going to focus on an economics example where we're going to work on trying to maximize a profit. In the problem that we're presented here, we're given that our revenue for selling Q items is given by R of Q is 500Q minus Q squared. And the total cost for production is given by C of Q is 150 plus 10Q. We find profit by subtracting our cost from our revenue, and what we want to know is what quantity should we sell if we want to maximize our profit. So let's first of all come up with an equation for our profit. So to get profit, you take revenue minus cost. But they gave me the equation for revenue, or an expression for revenue. It's 500Q minus Q squared. And then my cost equation was 150 plus 10Q. So then I can go ahead and subtract and simplify and get that I'm going to have 500Q minus Q squared minus 150 minus 10Q, or negative Q squared plus 490Q minus 150. And now I need to take my derivative because I want to find my maximum profit. So P prime would be negative 2Q plus 490. Then I want to take that and set it equal to 0 so I can get my critical points. And if I solve that, I'm going to get that Q is going to be 245. Now, to double check that, if I look at P double prime, I would get negative 2. So P double prime of my critical point of 245 is going to be a negative, which tells me that I have my maximum. Now, if we consider our endpoints, Q would be a minimum value of 0, but that would mean we would sell nothing, and in that case we would actually make a loss because we would have to subtract out our cost. Then I also have to consider what would be my maximum production. If I let Q approach infinity to try to see what would happen if I just kept selling more and more stuff, then what's going to happen is this negative Q squared is actually going to grow so large that my profit would end up being a negative value. So what happens is it becomes too expensive to produce that quantity because your cost is going to grow so much quicker that it will exceed the amount of revenue you can make. So what happens is as Q approaches infinity, then negative Q squared is going to be so large that you're never going to be able to make money. You'll always lose money. So looking at my two endpoints of Q is 0 and Q is infinity, I can exclude those. So I now know that if I want to maximize my profit, I need to sell 245 items of whatever I'm producing.